Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport for those of you who want to come down in person and take a look at our automobiles that we have on our sales floor. Today we're going to talk about a really luxury car. In 1972, Buick was still making the boat-tail cars, and this is one of them, the Riviera for 72. Not a lot of changes from 71, few subtle changes, but still just a very luxurious car. And we still had big motors at this time. Now you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish, because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, give you all the details and all the stuff that you want to know about a 1972 Buick Riviera boat tail, as they called them. Yes, this particular car is really nice. You can click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to this car and all the information on it as well, pricing, plus have access to our over 100 additional cars we currently have on our sales floor. Everything from the 1920s automobiles to the 2000s and beyond. So chances are Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota may have that dream car sitting right here waiting just for you. Yes, it's one of those things you never know. So yes, you can also give us a call at 763-428-7337 and we'll do our best to answer any and all questions. Well, let's give you the details of this 1972 Buick Riviera that we have on the sales floor. Of course, back then cubic inch was one of the big things. Under the hood sits a 455 cubic inch V8 4-barrel. Boy, I tell you what, it's got some torque, needless to say. And Buick was just kind of that car. It's just a luxury car all the way around. I just love the hoods on these things. I think they're so cool all the way around. And yet, you know, we still have chrome bumpers. I like that. Chrome bumpers are always nice to have. And of course, they have the Riviera emblem right there in the grille, making sure that you know that that's what this car is. Alongside also on the front fenders and whatever, they also say Riviera. One of the really nice upgrades on these cars, now you could get so many options on these cars. I just love what they call the rally wheel, if you will, with the Riviera emblem right in the center cap. Just really nice with the radial tires, and of course radial tires. One of the nicest improvements on these cars, and the correct white wall width, the little narrow width, that is more correct for 1972. You don't want to have a big wide one. Wasn't really what they had at that time. And this is called vintage red. That's a great color all the way around. Love the door handles on these cars. They're kind of a really neat deal that lifts like this. I mean, that was a really cool idea when they came out with it. But yeah, look at that belt line goes like this and zips over the top. But here's the biggest thing, of course, on Buicks is the boat tail rear window. It looks like a large size Corvette from that era of the early 60s when they came out with a split window and moving forward. But yeah, that is always one of those neat back glass windows. Hey, you got room in the trunk for at least a set of golf clubs or two? Can do that. Dual exhaust, nice sound on this car all the way around. And again, it's just, you know, it was Buick's top of the line deal. This was a car that if you had wherewithal and you wanted something really special, this would be one of those cars that you would want to have. I'm trying to think other things about this car. It's just like I said, they were still carrying forward that neat back window. So 72, another good year. They got the split interior seats on this car, which is really kind of a special deal. It's kind of the 40-60, so it's more of a bucket seat for the driver and a little bigger seat for the passenger, if you will. And yes, this car, of course, has an automatic turbo 400 transmission. Easy. Anybody can jump in this car and drive it. It's got power steering, power disc brakes. Power steering, of course, being one of the nicest features on these big cars. Trying to maneuver this car in and out of parking spots or whatever might be a little challenging if you didn't have the power steering. But the other things that this car has on top of that, we've got a beautiful interior all the way around, AM, FM, 8-track. Don't know if you have 8 tracks left. I still do, but that's something that was something really special in 72. Tilt steering, power windows, you name it. This thing has it. The one thing I get a kick out of is in the back seat, of course, they have a, your own back power window for the little back window, but they also have a switch for that. But they got a cigarette lighter and an ashtray for either side. You know, back in those days, Smoky was still a big thing, but it was just something that you would have with this kind of a car. Needless to say, nice seat belts, power windows. Yes, whoever ordered this car, cruise control, air conditioning, it's got all the bells and whistles. There probably isn't too many things this car does not have. So if you're kind of looking for something luxurious, I guess that's kind of one of the worlds that you can have in the collector car world. Have something that, makes you feel comfortable driving, riding. It's got a really nice road car handling for this car. I mean, with the radial tires and all, really goes down the road nicely. Just very, very nice. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You'll have all the information of this car, plus our additional over 100 cars and trucks that we have on our sales floor. Plus, as an added feature, you can see some of the cars we sold over the last several years as well. So if you got some time to peruse those websites, by all means, take a look. But make sure to check our website. Again, that is www.ellingsunmotorcars.com for our most current inventory. Sign up for our email blast. We'll let you know when new cars arrive. There's a thing called Car Finder on the top toolbar. If there's something in particular you're looking for, let us know. If you put that information in, if one of those cars happen to come in, you'll be the first guy to get a phone call even before it hits the internet, which is really kind of nice. Sell many cars that way because people will give me a heads up of what they're looking for, and we can help with that as well. The other thing that we always talk about when you buy one of these cars, financing is something we can be assistance with as well. I mean, collector cars, you go to your local banker and say, I got a 1972 Buick Riviera. They probably don't know too much about that car or what it's worth or whatever, whereas we have people that know what collector cars are worth, and we can help actually with the financing. Again, our toolbar right across is financing, or just give us a call. We're more than happy to help you go through it, fill out the information, try to get you the terms you're looking for. Maybe you want it for 5 years, 6 years, whatever, different amounts you want to put down. We can be very helpful with that. We can also help you ship this car any place in the world for that matter. If you have a car that you want to ship overseas, by all means, we can get that done. But if you got something in the United States, we have a network of people that we use on a regular basis. We're shipping cars out of here every week, going all over from California to Florida to New York City. We just are doing all that stuff, and we can help you with that. The other thing I always add, whenever you buy a car, I don't care if it's a Buick or it's a Chevy or it's a Studebaker or a Hudson, join the national and/or local car clubs. They are good sources of people that, number one, have your same passions. They like cars like you do. And I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Riviera club out there. Absolutely. Join the club. It's nice to get to a hold of those people. If there's any questions you have on the vehicle, whatever, there's always Mr. Wrench who can help, or the club in general. They can help as well. So there's lots of things you can get by visiting ellingsunmotorcars.com. We have all that stuff at your fingertips. More than happy to help you anytime. 763-428-7337. And we can help you get your dream car into your driveway. Well, thank you again. We appreciate it very much. You're looking for your first collector car or your 100th. Need to fill in a slot? Odds are Ellingson probably has it right here. Well, thank you again, and we'll see you next time at ellingsunmotorcars.com.